Two separate shootings over the weekend, both in the streets of Albany. Tonight, a community comes together to say they've had enough.
Now, just hours after that meeting, police respond to another crime scene in the city. It is our top story. News 10 ABC's Amy Cutler attended the meeting, then headed out following calls of police activity. She joins us now on North Manning Boulevard with the latest. Amy.
Lisa, a heavy presence here on North Manning and 3rd Street. You can see that behind me here. Officers tell me they responded around 10 o'clock. It's still unclear exactly what brought them here. Police continuing to investigate, but they tell me it is too early on in their investigation to comment as to what they are doing here exactly. But this incident, whatever it may be, just comes as a meeting on finding ways to stop the violence was wrapping up. They were concerned, frustrated, some even fed up. Several dozen local officials gathering with members of the community packed a classroom at the Capitol South Campus Center with a message. Enough is enough. The recent spike in gun violence needs to end.
Think about my future and my kids' future, so I think about the violence. I hope we can prevent more violence.
And that was the purpose of this gathering, not to focus on the 3 men that police say were injured in 2 separate shootings over the weekend, but to come up with strategies, solutions.
We will not stand for this type of violence taking place in our community. We have to take ownership of where we live, and this is what this conversation is about.
McLaughlin, the president of the Common Council, was joined by the police chief, the mayor, members of the faith community, local activists, and more.
We are going to get together as a community, and we are going to start taking over. We are going to control what's acceptable in our neighborhoods. Not a very small percentage of people, and that's what we're allowing right now.
It's about collaborating, creating resources for the community.
Those who attended were then broken up into smaller groups where they had a chance to voice their opinions, their ideas for making their streets safer, all in the hopes that an empowered community will be a safer community. The police chief also making news tonight, telling that crowd that an arrest had been made in that Elk Street shooting. That happened Sunday afternoon in broad daylight, just a few blocks from here. He tells us that arrest was in large part due to the community coming forward with information. Back at the scene as police continue to investigate this latest incident. We'll, of course, continue to follow it closely and have much more in later editions of News 10. For now, we're live in Albany. I'm Amy Cutler for News 10 ABC.